President Ibrahim Traoré stood alone at the airport. No bodyguards, no motorcade, no flashing cameras. Dressed like any other man, he was unrecognizable. For the first time in years, he had chosen to travel without protocol or protection. He needed this. His cousin had just given birth to triplets abroad, and he wanted to surprise her. No meetings, no press, just 2 quiet days as a free man. That morning, he left his hotel and hailed a taxi to her neighborhood. A quiet, upscale estate lined with tall trees, manicured lawns, and elegant houses. But as the taxi pulled away, he realized a crucial mistake. He had left the exact house address in his hotel room. Worse, his phone was dead. He looked around, hoping for something familiar, a landmark, a street sign, anything. But everything looked the same, quiet, clean, and unfamiliar. He began walking slowly, hoping memory might guide him.
After 15 minutes, he decided to ask for help. He approached a white-painted house with bright flowers in front and rang the bell. A white woman in her early 60s opened the door. She looked at him, frowned, and crossed her arms. "Yes?" she asked sharply. "Good afternoon, ma'am," Ibrahim said politely. "Sorry to bother you. I'm looking for my cousin. She just had triplets. I came to visit, but my phone is dead and I forgot the house number. I was hoping—" She cut him off. "What are you doing here?" she asked, her voice rising. "This is a decent neighborhood. People like you don't just walk around here." Ibrahim blinked, confused. "I'm just trying to find my cousin," he replied gently. "I don't mean any harm." She stepped out, visibly angry. "Don't lie to me. You people come to steal, to spy. This isn't your kind of place. I'm calling the police." "Please don't do that. I'm visiting from Burkina Faso. I'm the godfather of the children. I just need to—" She snapped. "You think I'll give you my phone? Leave, or I'll make this worse for you." She dialed the police. 2 neighbors peeked through their windows. One man stepped out, looked at Ibrahim, and shook his head in disgust. Within 10 minutes, police cars arrived, sirens blaring.
"There he is," the woman pointed. "He's been knocking on doors. I told him to leave. I feel unsafe." 2 female officers approached. "Sir, do you live here?" one asked. "No, I'm visiting." "Visiting who?" the second officer snapped. "My cousin. She just gave birth. I lost the address, my phone is dead, and I was asking for help." "Do you have ID?" "Yes, in my pocket," he said, moving slowly. "Don't," the first officer shouted. "Hands where we can see them." Stunned, Ibrahim froze. "I'm not a threat. I just wanted to—" "Hands on your head," the other ordered. They cuffed him, walked him to the car. "Let's go," one said coldly. "This is a high-security neighborhood. You don't belong here." Even when he told them, in the car, that he was the president of Burkina Faso, they laughed. "Nice try," one said. "Don't play games with us." "Can I at least call my cousin?" "You're a suspect. You don't get privileges." Inside the station, he was placed in a small, cold room and left alone, still handcuffed. No one asked him any questions.
15 minutes away, at his cousin Aisha's home, worry had turned into panic. "He left over an hour ago," Aisha said, rocking one of the babies. Her husband, Michael, kept redialing. No answer. "I know something's wrong," she whispered. Back at the station, a young officer named Daniel had just begun his shift. As he walked past the holding room, he noticed a man sitting quietly, dignified and calm. "Who's that?" he asked a colleague. "Some guy caught trespassing. Says he's a president or something. They all say that." But something didn't sit right. Daniel looked again. He walked to a computer and typed in the name, Ibrahim Traoré. Within seconds, images, news articles, and speeches filled the screen. It was him! The president! Daniel rushed back, opened the holding room. Sir, I am so sorry. There's been a terrible mistake. Ibrahim stood slowly. I told them I wasn't a criminal. I just needed help. Daniel charged his phone. The moment it turned on, it rang. It was Aisha. Where are you? Are you okay? I'm fine, he said gently. I'll explain everything soon. Daniel arranged for an official car to take him to his cousin's home. As they drove, he sat beside the president, guilt heavy in his chest. I hope you can forgive us. I forgive you, Ibrahim replied. But many don't get that chance. They're judged without a voice. I was lucky. Most are not.
When Ibrahim arrived, Aisha burst into tears and hugged him tightly. You scared me. I'm okay now, he said softly, but not everyone would be. Later that night, Ibrahim sat in the guest room, haunted by the day's events. He had just wanted 2 days of peace, to feel human. But the world wasn't ready to see a black man in a wealthy neighborhood as anything but suspicious. If I weren't a president, he thought, I'd still be in that cell. Michael sat with him, listening. I didn't want to be a story, Ibrahim said. I just wanted to be normal. But your story, Michael replied, might change something. The next day, the story broke online. Someone at the station had leaked it. The world reacted, some with shock, some with defense, others with reflection. The chief of police and mayor issued a public apology. Ibrahim agreed to meet them. At the press conference, he stood with calm authority. Yesterday, I wasn't a president. I wasn't a guest. I wasn't even a man. I was just a black person, seen as a threat. I don't want revenge, he said. I want change. When asked if he would press charges, he replied, no, but I will speak, and I hope the world listens. Upon returning to Burkina Faso, his guards welcomed him with concern. We warned you, sir, one said. You wanted to walk freely, but now see what happened. I just wanted to feel what it's like to live without eyes watching my every move, Ibrahim said. Some of our people there have caused damage, a guard offered. They lie, they steal. That's why they judge us. I know, he replied, but one tree doesn't define the whole forest. We may share skin, but not the same heart. I was not treated like a criminal because I did wrong. I was treated that way because of how I looked. He paused beneath a tree before entering the car. Don't let the world define you by color or by the mistakes of others, he told them. Don't return hate with hate, but never stay silent in the face of injustice. Moral of the story? Do not judge a person by the actions of others who look like them. One tree does not define the forest. Behind every face is a soul, and every soul deserves a chance to be known before being condemned. Be fair, be patient, be kind. Because we are not what people expect. We are what we choose to be.